All right, and welcome to Your Money, Your Life this morning with Sherill Braswell. Good morning, Sherill.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I see you weathered the nippy weather outside.
It's a little fresh out there this morning. That is for certain. At least it wasn't any frost out.
Yeah.
That was a good thing. But it's
Kill
pretty
all
cool.
the germs.
Yeah, it will.
So, what are we talking about today?
Just take a few minutes and just talk about some end of the year, beginning of the next year, some just little tips on doing your taxes and things like that. And please understand, I'm not a CPA, but I'm just talking about things that we encounter in our practice working with people, in retirement, getting ready for retirement,
Yes.
things like that, and then talking to, the fellow that does my taxes and things like that, So hopefully these things will help you save a little more money next year and be a little better prepared.
Yeah,
for
we've
what
got,
you gotta
I
do.
said earlier, we can get a fresh start now. We can start all over and do it right this time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, I want to ask you a question, Sherill, before you get into, do I lose money in my flexible spending account if I don't use it?
Yes, you can. And y'all, it's not hard to spend that money. Just make sure, check it. Make sure if there is money there, you can do things. You can buy glasses with it. You can have an eye doctor appointment. Dental work, going to your dentist, going to your regular doctors, have a checkup or things like that. You can use that money to pay with some co-pays. If you want to get some prescriptions, stock up before the year's over and be ready for next year. I always try to get my folks at the end of the year, if they're going to be changing prescription plans, to stock up under their current plan.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you don't use it in some of the plans, you do lose it.
Okay.
You do lose it. So check with if you have a group plan through work, check with your employer, and make sure that you do use that money.
Okay.
And get it spent before the year's over.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, can you contribute to your church or whatever through your IRA?
Yes, ma'am, and that is a smart thing to do. Especially people, this is where this really comes into play. If you're into your retirement phase where you're now required to do the required minimum distributions on your IRA.
Yes.
Think about this now. You can make a distribution from your IRA. Let's just say your required minimum distribution is $3,000.
Right.
You can make a contribution to your church or to your, any other charity, or a combination of the two or three or whatever it is. You can make a donation directly from your IRA to that charity, so that money that you take out of your IRA for your required minimum distribution is not going to be taxable to you, bottom line.
Okay.
So that's a good way to be able to do your contribution and help pay as little taxes as you can legally get away with.
Well, how late can you contribute to your IRA?
You can do your IRA literally, like this is December of 23. So we're going to pay, file your taxes in April of 24 for this year.
Okay.
All right. I can make a donation to my IRA, literally up until the last minute of filing time.
Okay.
So yeah, you can
That's good
have
to
plenty
know.
of time to do that, and that way if your tax guy comes to you and says, hey, you made a little more money this year, if you got it, let's put some of it away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's definitely a good move to make also.
Very good. So, can I change my tax withholding?
Yeah.
At any time?
Yeah. And you need to look at that because things change. People
Yes.
get married, you have kids, things like that come along. So just look at what it's almost like I have some situations where I've had a client who came in, I've inherited a client, they come in and become my client, and we start looking at some of their old setups, you know,
Sure.
with their withholding, like, you know, the way they had beneficiaries listed, and things have changed, and they don't realize, oh my gosh, you know, that's what it was like 3 years ago.
Right, right.
And that's not the situation today. So, you know, you correct those things, and that can also, you know, give you some help as far as, you know, what you're going to end up having to pay taxes
You know,
with.
with all of these things, I mean, folks, we definitely need to consult with someone.
Yeah.
We don't need to leave what we, you know, everybody has things that they do best. Well, this is not what I do best. You know, IRAs, you know, tax withholding, you need to seek out a professional to help you. And with Sherill, you can sit down, they can come and sit down with you at no charge.
Right.
And let you just kind of see where they are.
Yeah.
And then Sherill can see if he can help you. I'm sure he can. And it's always good, though, to get somebody that knows, that's in the business, you know.
Yeah.
It's your money, and it comes very hard, and we want to make sure we get the best bang for the buck that we can get and do the best thing we can do with our money.
And, you know, understand, you know, again, like I said, I'm not a CPA, but we work with a lot of them in the area.
Yes.
And, you know, if you don't have a person that you feel good about, or you want a second opinion, you know, give us a call. Be glad to, you know, put you in contact with a CPA, for example. And like yesterday, I set up a person, interview with a local attorney for some work on their wills and some estate work and things of that nature.
Right.
And again, you know, I'm not an attorney, but I know some good ones. And you know, we'll get you, you know, help you get an appointment to sit down with that person. And like this individual from yesterday, I'm actually going with them to meet with this attorney, because we know we're helping them, you know, put their investments, you know, inside of their IRA and things of that nature.
Right.
And it's always good to, you know, from our standpoint, it's good to have an attorney, obviously, that you're comfortable with, a CPA you're comfortable with, and someone that we can work with, you know, in conjunction, so that you're getting the best, you know, bang for your buck in all of your planning, you know, whether it's us doing the investments or helping you get that attorney to get you set up to do the right moves and the best moves, you know, for you in your estate situation.
Right. Absolutely, yes. Now with Medicare, Sherill, the enrollment is over.
Yes,
So there's nothing we can do to change our plan at this point. Is that right?
Yes and no.
Okay. All right. Let's
Yes
help
and no.
people with that, because I know people are wondering.
It in the time period from January the 1st to March the 30th, there are opportunities to make changes if you're like, oh my gosh, this new thing I'm doing is not working out.
Okay.
You know, there are situations. So if you run into that and you think, you know, hey, you know, now I'm finding out that my doctor won't take this. You know,
Right.
Depending on the situation, you know, we may be able to help you get it changed. So that's definitely worth a phone call.
I just wanted to throw that in case people, because I know we're past the enrollment date, but I wanted people to understand that they might have an opportunity.
And we'll, you know, that in the beginning of January,
Yes,
you know,
you'll
we'll
touch
talk
on
about that.
Very good.
To let them know exactly all the details on what they can do, you know, if they need to make a change.
Well, let's go back to what we were talking about to start with. Should I itemize my deductions or take a standard deduction?
It all depends, you know. I mean, and there again, this is where you need a good tax person to help you out, because obviously, if you're individual, if you can itemize deductions and come up with a higher number than a standard, then that's what you want to do.
Okay.
And to give you an idea on the how the deductions break out, and this is for this year, for this tax year of 2023.
Right.
A single individual, the standard deduction is $13,250. So if you can itemize, and again, CPA can help you do that. If you can itemize and you can come out with a higher number, obviously you need to do that. Now you've got to have, you know, to be able to verify what you are putting down. So have your receipts, for contributions you made to various things, or expenses you had. They're business related, things of that nature. You got to have your verification, to do that. If you're a married couple but you're filing separately, then your itemized deduction list is $13,850. So again, if your CPA says, hey, you got $16,000 worth of legitimate deductions here, well, obviously you want to do that.
Right.
And you're married filing jointly, the number is $27,700. And the good news is all of those numbers are going to be going up for 2024.
Okay. Yes.
So that'll help out some too next year.
Right.
But again, I can't stress enough, don't sit there and I wonder, don't say that. Just pick up the phone, give us a call. We'll help you find a CPA, that you're comfortable with, because there are several excellent individuals and companies around here that do this, the accounting work. And so that's folks that we can help you get in touch with and put you in a better place next year. Hopefully save yourself some more money.
Tell everybody where you're located.
Yeah. We are located, our international world headquarters, in fact, is located at 880 Country Club Road. Now, that's at the intersection of Country Club Road and Hunter Hill Road. I say on one of the corners, there's what I call the condominium sitting over there. And if you're facing the buildings, we're on the far right-hand end, last unit. We're the closest to the intersection. So that's how you can find us.
And they can call you.
Yes, ma'am. 252-316-8166.
Say that again.
Yeah, 252-316-8166. And, please leave a message, because it gets crazy this time of year. And honestly, at the beginning of next year, it's going to be pretty wild.
Yes.
And leave a message, and we will get back to you as quickly as possible. Most of the time, we're back to you in a few hours.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, please seek somebody that can help you. Don't sit there and wonder. I wonder what I can do about this, and I don't wonder. As Sherill said, pick up the phone and call and make an appointment, because it'll be so much easier to make an appointment than to go there and Sherill may be helping someone else.
Yeah, and truly, please set up an appointment, because we have a lot of clients that are older folks and they don't get out, so we're going to them.
Right.
And
that's a really good service.
Well,
that you provide. I think that's a really good service.
So we may not be there. We're open, but we may not be there. There'll be a sign on the door, says we're going to be back at a certain time. But all of our folks, and we've got folks that working in different areas. Here, Roanoke Rapids area, Halifax County, over in Tarboro, Wilson. So we're out and about. So please call and set up an appointment. Yeah.
All right. Well, Sherill, I enjoyed the segment this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Great
Thank
information. Look forward to January, to some more. And I think you have one more this month.
Mm-hmm.
You have another one. So anyway,
last of the month.
Yes. So anyway, we look forward to Sherill's visits. Hope you enjoyed the segment this morning, and we'll be right back with you right after this.
Merry Christmas, folks.